me, Mario!
Mario murders innocent citizens. According to the instruction manual from Super Mario Bros. On the original NES, the Mushroom Kingdom was invaded by Bowser and his Koopas, a tribe of turtles known for wielding black magic. The innocent mushroom people were then turned into stones, bricks, and plants. Yes, the bricks that Mario breaks with his fist are actually innocent creatures. The instruction manual even encourages Mario to cause destruction. Every brick that he breaks and every plant that he shoots, his score increases. I can understand a few casualties of war, but unwarranted reckless homicide, now that's the behavior of a wild animal that needs to be put down. There are 2 porn films based off the Mario series called Super Hornio Brothers. Both of the videos include the porn legend Ron Jeremy. If it's not already evident, he of course plays as Mario. The pornos were released at the same time as the Super Mario Brothers film that came out in 1993. In a desperate attempt to stop distribution of the flicks, Nintendo purchased all the rights to those films. Nintendo keeps those films under lock and key so that no one will ever see them again. But I'm sure someone out there can find them if they look hard enough. Birdo is the very first cross-dressing video game character ever created. Birdo, the main antagonist from Super Mario Bros. 2, is a man who thinks he's a woman. It states it right there in the manual. Birdo has a red bow in his hair, wears purple eyeshadow, and has very long curvy eyelashes. In any game where Birdo is talking, he's always voiced by a male actor. In the Japanese game Captain Rainbow, Birdo is hiding a vibrator in his room. In most games, Birdo and Yoshi are seen as a loving couple, especially in the Mario Tennis series. So if Yoshi is considered a male, just like most of the manuals and biographical descriptions claim he is, then that means that Yoshi is gay. Mario is indeed bald. In many early versions of the character, he is definitely seen without hair. Artists in the US frequently drew Mario as a middle-aged balding man. Apparently, Mario tends to lose his hat a lot when chasing Donkey Kong around, showing his shiny dome. Since then, Nintendo has portrayed him with having a full head of hair, and some game theorists believe that he is wearing a toupee. Some would say that the Mario universe is full of subliminal messages. If you look at the cover of Super Mario Galaxy, on the surface it just looks like innocent box art. But if you look closely at the letters, you'll get a secret message. For some reason, various letters on the logo were marked with a sparkly star. When you isolate those letters, they spell, "You're Mr. Gay." Whether or not this was just a random coincidence or intentional remains a mystery to this day. Mario has had a slew of name changes over the years. During early stages of character development, Mario was called Mr. Video. The creator of Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto, said that he planned to use him in every game that he made. Miyamoto was influenced by the way Alfred Hitchcock made cameos in all of his films. Mario then changed his name to Jumpman for the Donkey Kong series. So, where did the name Mario come from? Legend states that the character was named after Mario Segali, an American businessman and real estate developer. In 1981, he was the landlord of Nintendo of America's office building. One afternoon, he barged in on a company meeting and demanded overdue rent. After the heated argument, the company decided to nickname their Jumpman character after Segali because of their physical similarities. The nickname stuck. Not only did Mario's name change, but so did his profession. He wasn't always a plumber, he started out as a carpenter. In the early 80s, Shigeru wanted to create a video game that used the characters Popeye, Bluto, and Olive Oil. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the licenses to use those characters, so instead he created Mario, Donkey Kong, and Pauline. Pauline was the name of the damsel in distress that you had to save from the clutches of Donkey Kong in the game. Nintendo actually released a Popeye game in 1982. It had a similar look and feel to the Donkey Kong game released a year earlier, but it focused on punching and dodging more than it did jumping. Miyamoto claims that allowing Mario to jump over hazards in the game contributed to the success of the character. Back in 1999, Mario Party hit the shelves for the Nintendo 64. Unfortunately, the game was at the center of a huge controversy. Some of the minigames required players to rotate the controller's analog stick. Some players thought it would be easier to rotate the stick using the palms of their hands instead of using their thumbs. Lots of people reportedly got blisters, friction burns, and even lacerations. Although no lawsuits were filed, a settlement of about $80 million was spent by Nintendo after complaints started rolling in. then. They also had to distribute gloves to owners of the game that hurt their hand while playing. Teenagers across America had to convince their mothers that the palms of their hands were sore because of a video game. Mario and his younger brother Luigi are best known as the Mario Brothers. To most people, this means that Mario's last name is also Mario, so his full name should be Mario Mario. This is semi-confirmed in the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie, but no one at Nintendo of America confirms this as canon. They say that their names are simply Mario and Luigi. In a 1989 Inside Edition interview, a marketing exec at Nintendo states, "No, it's just Mario and Luigi. There are no last names." In a 2012 interview with Game Informer, Miyamoto himself said that he laughed very loudly at the idea of Mario being the last name of the brothers. He went further to dispel the myth by saying, quote, "Just like Mickey Mouse doesn't really have a last name, Mario is really just Mario, and Luigi is really just Luigi." Have you ever wondered if Mario is actually on drugs during his adventures? I mean, he wanders through a bizarre world, eating mushrooms and smoking flowers while living bullets and flying turtles try to kill him. He's gotta be tripping balls. Although it sounds a little far-fetched, there's actually some truth to it. Mario's ability to grow and shrink through the usage of mushrooms was inspired by Alice in Wonderland. This was confirmed by Miyamoto himself in a 2005 interview with Businessweek. Literary scholars all agree that Alice in Wonderland is an allegory for drug use. So in an indirect way, the mushrooms in the video game are really inspired by hallucinatory drugs. Whoa, Mario gets high on shrooms, bruh.